This is the fourth generation of the Seat Leon. And let me start with the most important thing about this all-new Leon. It has grown in size and is now 5 cm or 2 inches longer in wheelbase than the VW Golf 8, meaning that the Leon has the same wheelbase now as the new Skoda Octavia. Interesting. The 5-door hatch, as we can see here, is now at 4,37 m or 172 inches. The Estate will be at 4,64 m or 183 inches, but same wheelbase. So both have grown about 9 cm or 3.5 inches in length in comparison to the Leon predecessor. It will still be built at the Martorell plant near Barcelona. Here we can see the Seat Leon FR, traditionally the sporty looking trim. Headlamps come as standard as LED. The turning indicator still replaces the daytime running light as soon as being activated. Nice feature we already know from a couple of Seat vehicles. Optional, you can get extended LED matrix headlamps with 22 LED each that also serve high beam function. Turning indicators also appear at the side mirrors. When you selected the extended LED option, you also receive a puddle light at the side of the vehicle, saying Spanish "Hola" to guide you the way to or from the vehicle. Design-wise, we can see that the front of the vehicle appears slimmer. The design lines all flow towards the front center of the vehicle. The hood is very strongly accentuated. In the side profile, we can find a design line above the door handles and another one at the bottom of the vehicle, making the car more sculptural. However, the base design and side profile has not changed that much. Wheels come from 16-inch, 17-inch, in the FR 17-inch is standard and optional even 18-inch, as we can see right here. Oh, who discovered the GTI logo on the tires? The rear also follows the new Seat design language that was introduced with the Seat Tarraco. A light strip going all over the back of the car, also illuminated in LED when you have the extended LED option. And then you'll also see a nice animation when opening or closing the vehicle. The Leon lettering is a little bit more joyful again, looks a little retro. FR then again for the trim, you still get the trim's reference, style, excellence and FR, the last two being almost full equipment. Oh wait, fake exhaust? Yeah, we wouldn't have needed that in the FR trim, but that integrated roof spoiler looks nice. And already known, that retractable towing hook. Taking a look at the interior, there's extended LED ambient lighting. You can pick a color and/or the color will also adapt to the drive mode you put in. In general, the new interior looks a little sportier and more angular than the one of the Golf 8. Less physical buttons overall, that's the main scheme. However, on the steering wheel you still have real buttons, that's nice. In the reference base trim you also get the steering wheel without animal skin. As soon as you hit a higher trim or an assistance system package, it comes in cowl wrapping and also with a capacitive feature so that the car gives a warning after 15 seconds if you didn't at least have one hand on the steering wheel. That new capacitive warning system is great because it does not react on movement but on touch. So there are no false positives when going straight on the motorway for a long time without steering wheel movement or something, where the old system would probably have said, hey, you don't have your hands on the steering wheel because nothing is moving. That problem is solved now. In the middle console we can see the new DSG, dual clutch transmission, shifting lever that is now very small and works via shift-by-wire. Means there's no physical link, it is all done electronically. Not only does that offer space savings, but also a faster reaction of switching gears from drive to reverse and back again. We already tested that one in the Golf 8. It actually works pretty well, so the transition between going forward and backward again is really better. In the FR trim we can see a nice fabric seat here with a quilted structure and outside parts of leatherette. Beats audio system is optional, and we can see that the air vents are presenting that more angular design. Lights are now controlled with capacitive buttons as well and not via a real switch. About that. Also in the rear you can get those nice seats in the FR trim and standard USB-C chargers. Instruments will come all digital in 10.25 inch. The central infotainment screen will start with an 8-inch and optional the 10-inch, as we can see here on all the pictures. In both cases it will feature Apple CarPlay, that one also wireless, and Android Auto. The bigger one can also offer a car internal GPS. Besides touch, you can also use voice input to control the system, but after our tests of this system in the all-new Golf, has not proven to be able to keep up with Mercedes or BMW as for the natural voice input. Trunk volume will remain at 380 liters for the hatch and will raise by 30 liters for the estate, then at 670 liters. Then of course you can flip the seats and so on. Engines will come as petrol, MHEV petrol, plug-in hybrid petrol, diesel and CNG. Petrols displayed here in brackets will only come with manual gearbox and no mild hybrid system. The others will be available with DSG and MHEV. The strong ones only directly come with DSG plus MHEV. And with driving, well, the wheelbase has been increased. That should give more stability, but could also lead to less agility. We'll see. As usual, you can pick the optional DCC, the dynamic chassis control, which is the adaptive suspension. As for assistance systems, there has been an upgrade of the standard equipment autonomous emergency brake called the front assist. The adaptive cruise control ACC now works up to a speed of 210 km an hour and also offers a predictive function, so speed is being reduced, for example, before roundabouts, to make the experience smoother and also to save fuel. And as mentioned, there is the upgraded lane keeping assist now working together with the new capacitive steering wheel. So where does that leave us? The all-new Seat Leon has once again a very dynamic look. It is now longer in wheelbase, which will result in more space, especially for the rear passengers, like in the Skoda Octavia. So it is now another pick for more room in the interior. Speaking of which, you now have everything more digitalized, which makes controlling everything not necessarily easier, but it looks cleaner and more stuff is being done automatically. Seat choice of the FR trim already looks pretty nice. Technological upgrades also consist of the optional extended LED units. So what do you guys think? How do you like this all-new Seat Leon? And how would you rate it towards the all-new Golf? Soon we'll drive this Seat Leon here for you and tell you even more. And of course there will be the very powerful Cupra versions again, now being released under the own Cupra brand, so it will be called Cupra Leon, both as hatch and estate. We'll keep you updated on that. See you soon.